Good morning. Welcome back to Crochet with Lulu. And friends, you know you'll see Bixby and my little Sophie girl just at any moment. And you may hear the puppies in the background. I wanted to say hello, happy Tuesday, and to show you a new project I'm working on. I'm working on my doily. I call it Fanfare. Let me take the hook out. I have the yarn in my yarn bowl. The design is just absolutely so pretty. And when it comes together, now this will be a square doily. So you can initially crochet several of these and make a table runner, placemats, or a tablecloth. You would need several, and I will try when I finish to measure it and put the measurements at the end of that reveal video. But I thought I would bring you along and show you a couple of the stitches that are involved in doing this. A lot of these you have to watch. Okay, see how this comes down into the point here? Well, this initially will start back up and make a point. So you have to do some of your stitches together, but they're in a separate spot. Does that make sense? You're not decreasing and you're not increasing, but you are holding some of the yarn on the hook when you do your next stitch in the next space. That initially starts the point to come back upward. So I'm going to turn off the phone and then pull you down so that you can kind of see. And I'm sitting on my couch in the living room. I'm not in my crochet area down in the basement, but I think you'll be able to see fairly well the stitch that I'm talking about. Now, in between every space either gets a chain 5, a single crochet, chain 5, or it gets 2 chains, a double crochet 5, double crochet, and chain 2. So every other one on this row will get that. Now each row is different. Like here, all the way up to here was 2 chains in between each, and it stayed the same. But here's where we start getting into our fancier part of the doily. So I will come back and I will show you the stitches as I do them together on the end, and then I'll take you through one of the other steps and then back into this. It'll be a diamond shape if I don't lose my hook. I just dropped it in the floor. So I'm going to get my hook. I'm going to turn this off. I'm going to get my hook and I'll be back. Part 2. Okay, so I hope you can see what I'm talking about. I have 2 more double crochets to do in that space. So what I do is I yarn over, pull through, and I go, I'm gonna have to take my glasses off to see. You know, that's the process of aging. Yarn over, I go through the top of my next double crochet, I pull the thread back through, and I start like I'm finishing my double crochet. I will do yarn over and pull through 2, and I'm gonna leave these 2 on my hook, yarn over, go into the last one, yarn over, pull through, and I have 4 loops. So yarn over, pull through 2, I have 3, yarn over and pull through 2, yarn over and pull through 2. That they're separate stitches, but yet at the very top, they're together. So then I chain, I've done this one, so I'm gonna do 5, let me show you. I chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then I need to attach it to this with a single crochet. So I just go under, pull it up, and finish with a single crochet. That attaches those stitches to that. Then I go directly out of that and make 5 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now I need to come over here into this first double crochet. So I'm going to do part of a double crochet and make sure you get into the top of that one, because if not, you will have an extra double crochet floating and your diamond will not be pretty. So I have 3 loops. I'm only going to go through the first 2, and I'm going to keep those 2 loops. I'm going to yarn over and go into my second double crochet, this one right here, pull through. I have 4 loops. I pull through 2. I have 3 loops. I pull through 2. I have 2 loops, and now I'm pulling through all of them. That essentially, it separates those 2, but yet at the very top they're connected. So then I just go right into my 3rd one, and I finish it. I finish all the stitches until I get to my last 2, and then that's where they're separate, but they're attached at the top. The last 2 stitches of this diamond. I call it the fanfare because to me it just reminds me of something that you would want to give it a lot of notice, because most of your doilies are round. You have a lot of them that's rectangle. You have a lot of them that are kind of, I call it loblollied. But this one is square. Now, Christmas time, years ago, I made this doily for an aunt, and she wanted red. And it was so pretty. And you can get the variegated for the holidays, whatever color you want it. But this is a kind of a pale yellow. It is an Aunt Lydia's, but I don't have the wrapper. It's an Aunt Lydia's size 10 thread. Okay, so here we're getting ready to go into these next 2. So I'm going to start my double crochet into that stitch, pull up and go through 2 only. Keep 2 loops, yarn over, pull through. I'm in the last double crochet of that diamond. I'm going to pull through 2, leaves 3. I'm going to pull through 2 more. That leaves 2, and then I finish that one off. So this one we chained 5, joined with a single crochet, chained 5, and then started into the next one. This one we chained 2. Sorry, I'm pulling my thread. The spool is a little harder to use in the yarn bowl, but it's easier for me rather than chasing it all over the floor. So I've done 2 chains. I'm going to double crochet into that space. Just finish your double crochet. Now what I do is I pull this stitch tight, because this thread will pull, and you don't want a loose stitch and a bunch of tight stitches. You kind of want some uniform. So then I'm going to chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I'm going to go right back into that and make another double crochet into that space. And then I just grab those stitches and pull them down so that it leaves everything tight. I finish that off. I pull that tight, and then I do my 2, and I'm ready to go right back into that. And I'm going to show you one more time how to start the row. You yarn over, you go into the top of that first double crochet. Make sure you get in the top of it. Pull through and pull those stitches down so you can keep them good and tight. Pull through 2 only. Leave 2 on your hook, yarn over, and go into the next double crochet. Pull through, pull those stitches down so you can get a good hold of it. You've got 4 loops. Yarn over, pull through 2. That leaves 3. Yarn over, pull through 2. That leaves 2. Yarn over and pull through 2. And then tighten up. So you've separated them. They're in a separate spot, but yet they're tied together at the very top. And then you just do the rest of your double crochets as normal until you get to the next one to the end. That's where you really have to watch your patterns and to see how you loop them together, because had I just put a double crochet in the first one and then a double crochet in the second one, it really wouldn't have that pretty shape. And you want it to have that pretty shape as it's coming back up here and then going back into the point. So I will do a doily later, showing you some more when I get on up into the doily, and then I will show you the finished reveal, and I will try my best to do the measurements. Now it starts to fold over just where the stitches are a little tighter, but in the end you can just kind of pull your stitches with anything. If it starts to curl over and it's not supposed to, you can always pull those stitches as you're going. Nothing is set in gold unless it's set in gold. That's my unsolicited motto for the day. So I will be back later with another video. This was not really a tutorial. It was just how to attach stitches at the top. Now sometimes you will attach to the bottom, which means you would yarn over, go through this one, pull through, pull, yarn over, go through this one, pull through. Then you would go back through into your next stitch, pull through 2, and then pull through all 3. Now that is a decrease. That's a decrease. But right now we're not doing decrease stitches. So I'm going to get off from here, do some more work on my doily. I've got several more rows to go, and I will be back for another reveal. Sorry about the view. Good evening. It is almost 4 o'clock, and you will hear one screaming in the background. She or he is with their mom, and it's the one that pitches the most fit. We don't know why it cries. And I believe it may have been the first one born. And if it is, it's the screamer. It whines and it cries. They're hilarious. I get so tickled. But you will see footage of my walk today. Bigsby and Sophie was so excited they saw a horse next door, and they barked. Of course, they barked. And they had a good time walking and running. Sophie and I got in the swing. Bigsby wouldn't get in the swing with us, but we just enjoyed it. And you'll see a little picture or a video clip of the Mr. Groundhog's hole, and he has flowers growing by his home. So I hope you will enjoy our walk, and I just wanted to show you my doily. I finished it. It's not as large as I had hoped, but I love the detail in the stitches that it called for in the corners. It's just gorgeous. Now I could have added some more ruffles to the end, some more stitches, and made some more little ruffles or clusters or whatever, but I didn't want to. I didn't want to take away from the corners because I thought the corners were just absolutely so pretty the way the pattern called for it. So you'll see a picture of that, a still picture, and then like I said, you'll see video of the walk, and you'll see Bigsby and Sophie running in front of me, and you'll see the horse. And so I hope everybody has a wonderful rest of their Tuesday. I'm going to try to get this uploaded before I take them back outside and let them enjoy this beautiful, beautiful sunshiny day. So I hope you all have a wonderful evening, and I hope to see you back tomorrow. Please like and subscribe and share. Thank you very much for tuning in. Bye-bye.